Are we mildly unqualified for this?
Absolutely we are.
Are we gonna do it anyway, though?
100%. Okay. Hello, welcome.
To the Mildly Unqualified pod.
We are back for another hour of pure chaos.
Yeah.
What, episode 4? Yeah, episode 4.
I had to think about that. I can't
It's a
see
Monday.
currently, but so my eyes might be closed for a while.
Yeah,
but it is what it is.
We are doing a fun little happy hour segment.
Don't mind that our sign is soaked.
Yeah.
Nobody can see that, but
They might. We had a mishap.
it's fine.
It's just another thing we're unqualified to do.
I told Celine not to breathe on the sign. She breathed on it anyways.
It was Mother Nature.
It wasn't. So we just got back from a batch trip.
Camp Asia.
It was fantastic. We did a little summer camp. I really felt like I was in summer camp. We got badges.
No, it was so cute. We had bunk assignments.
Yeah,
and
it
me
was
and
cute.
Ashley
We had little
obviously
we were
got
the
the bunk.
Daisy room.
Yeah, it was really cute. And it was in a cabin in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it was great.
And what was it, night 1, that the man came and knocked on the door? Or was that night 2?
Night 2.
So we're in the middle of nowhere. There's literally nobody around us.
I didn't even know we had neighbors.
No, like you couldn't see them. Anyways, it's probably like 8, maybe 9 o'clock at night. And one of the girls like walks up the stairs from her bunk. And she's like, there's a man at the door. And we're all like, what? And we go out.
I thought she was kidding.
I thought she was just fucking with us. Because I was, like cabin in the woods, scary, spooky.
Yeah.
No, there's actually a man standing at our front door.
A real man.
A real man. And a real boy. And this poor man lost his dogs in the thunderstorm.
Yeah.
And he
had
just
two Australian shepherds.
he just wanted us to keep an eye out for him.
Or he was a murderer and he just forgot to come back.
There is also that option. Because you mentioned dogs. I was ready to go out there and start searching.
Celine would get kidnapped in an instant.
Yeah, I think we've touched on that before.
Probably.
Say dogs. I'm anywhere. Don't gotta tell me twice.
Would you get into a van for free candy?
No.
All right.
A free puppy? Absolutely.
That's
Candy?
fair.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I would.
Oh, I forgot to leave
But-
my other note. There was one night, me and Ashley, we got ready for bed and we brushed our teeth and we're sitting there and it was just silence. And then one of us was just like, oh, I still have half a drink left. And without even saying anything, we both grab our drinks off the bedside table and
Do
just
a nice little cheers.
one of us was bottoms up or
Yeah.
something like that. And just didn't say a single word to each other. We both just understood the assignment.
We chugged our drinks in silence, then both just rolled over and continued to read our books and not talk to each other.
Yeah, it was really wonderful. And on night 1, we Irish exited at 9 o'clock because we were very, very tired girls. And
Yeah.
we went and laid in bed and we locked our door and we read our books.
I think we locked our door every night. I don't really know why.
Well, I was a little scared that somebody would come in and murder us.
I was.
And if our door's locked, less likely to get murdered.
You think that if somebody's coming into the house to murder you, they're going to be like, oh man, this one's locked. I guess we'll try another one.
Maybe. There's 7 other doors to choose
They're
from.
murderers. They're probably expert lock pickers too.
Well, I thought it would save me.
That's a good thought.
And we made it through, so maybe it was me.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, that's rude.
But it was really fun. One night, it was on, what night was it? So there was a rainstorm and it was great. Sweet, cute little Asia she was a little fairy princess dancing in the rain. It was cute. It kind of turned into a wet t-shirt contest of one though because she was in all white. But
that's probably
it was so cute. She was just living her best, fluttering around.
Yeah,
Her
give
knees
it, girl.
right now.
Oh,
straight fucked.
She slid on the wood deck.
Yeah,
but it was
giving her.
It was it was giving
is it
Troy
Step Up?
Bolton.
Oh, I was thinking Step Up, when they dance in the rain and they're doing all the crazy things.
Yeah.
That's what I envisioned.
I was thinking High School Musical 3 when Troy's dancing in the empty school and then it starts raining basketballs that was the vibe I was getting.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good vibe.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a core memory of my friendship with Asia is watching her dance in the rain. And
that was probably the highlight of the weekend for me.
It was so cute.
Yeah.
And like
But it was a really fun weekend.
we were all like dancing with her, but like it was just so cute to watch her.
It was so cute. She was just the happiest little clam.
Clam.
Ew. Don't say it like
So
that.
sorry.
But yeah, and then we had like a lake day that was really fun.
Yeah,
we
we
made
all
a little island of floaties.
Yeah, we had like 3 paddle boards and then like 4 or 5 floaties.
It was so nice.
And we all just like linked up to each other and
when
just
you were on shore and I was out in the wilderness basically.
backstory. One of the girls had to seek emergency care.
She had to go to the hospital. She was
had
dying.
to go to the hospital. And I was sober, so I was waiting on shore in case like the girl at the hospital with the girl who was dying wanted like backup. So everyone else was like off to sea. And I was just
we got really far out.
You guys got really far out.
Back and we see Celine just standing there on shore. She's like an inch
little
big, and she just has her little tube on.
I texted them to come back and get me, and then I didn't think it was gonna take as long.
It took us a long ass time. We really like.
I got all ready and I put my tube on, and I was just standing there watching everybody try to get back to me.
It was real cute.
It was really cute, and like Asia was just living her best life on her little ring floaty.
She looked like a perfect little princess.
A perfect little princess.
Yeah.
Asia's watching us right
Asia's
now.
watching us film this right now.
It's really weird.
She's
trying
chuckling.
like not to talk
it's
about
also
you
weird
like you're
to like
not here.
film the podcast with somebody watching us.
I know, it's kind of fun though.
It is.
Maybe
A live audience.
a live audience.
Where's
Mama,
our laugh track, Asia?
But yeah, it was really great.
Yeah.
We played like giant beer pong. We were playing cornhole. I won the badge of grill mommy because I was cooking up hot dogs and burgers on the grill, and I wear that with fucking pride.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
It was great.
And I truly felt like I was at summer camp. We had a egg racing competition, and Celine's a bitch.
We had one egg.
Okay, but wait.
Oh, I sabotaged.
She sabotaged.
I'm
I
a
was doing
cheater.
So good. I was very proud of myself.
If I can win a race by sabotaging my partner, I will.
Yeah, you're a dick. You're a bag full of them.
I'm competitive.
I was like doing so good, and she comes and just hip checks me.
Egg
and my
straight to the ground.
Egg falls, and it cracked. All I saw was rage.
Yeah, and then after the egg race finished, we only had 1 egg left, and I was standing there, and I was like, how funny would it be if I just went and cracked this on Ashley's chest? So I tried, and the egg, I hit it. I don't know why I went with so much force, because the egg.
She punched I felt it. It's still kind of tender.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Right here.
Yeah, I like
right where you got me.
Smash it into her chest, and it doesn't break.
I felt no egg. I just felt Celine's fucking knuckles. She just came over and punched me straight in the chest.
And I thought that was the moment my life was going to end.
Yeah, the egg didn't crack, and I just looked at her with such rage.
I ran. So then I gave her a fair shot to hit me with it.
Yeah.
She missed.
I missed because I was way too angry.
Yeah, it went way overboard.
So hard.
Yeah, it was a good throw if I was 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the best part of it all is the egg didn't even have any yolk in it.
Yeah, it fell on the ground and it was just hollow.
It was just hollow. It was just shell. It's quite mind-baffling.
Honestly, I feel like it should have cracked easier.
Well, I know.
What's that?
I don't know. But, like, you would think that it would have just cracked. But maybe because there was nothing in it, that the air inside of, I don't know. I'm not going to try and think about science.
Don't try.
That is definitely something I'm extremely unqualified to talk about.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. Moral of the story. On the way home, I thought it was a surprise. It turns out I told Asia about it like a month before.
Celine's not very good at surprises.
Yeah, and then I forget that I like ruined the surprise. So I was all hyped up to tell her.
You were really hyped.
I was really excited. And I ruined it for myself. But so when me and Asia we do a Soyuz trip every year. And this is year 2, but it's
every year.
Well, it's going to be every year. This just happens to only be year 2.
Yeah.
But we really wanted to get tattoos while we were in a Soyuz. So we walked into this like random tattoo shop that had like good reviews, and there was a guest star. guest star, a guest artist, and we happened to get tattooed by her, and she was so sick. And so then I like set it up with her that on the way home from the Bachelorette, we stopped and got tattoos. Piggy Bank Studios in Penticton.
Piggy Bank Studios. It was great.
Brenna Beadle, she's fucking awesome. And it was so fun. And me, Ashley, Hannah, and Asia all got matching silly gooses. Let me just whip out my prison mic.
It was
here.
really fun. It was a lot of fun.
I also found out my alter ego too. Is Prison Mike from The Office. I didn't know I loved a headband. Not a headband, a bandana.
Didn't know I loved those.
Didn't know I loved it. Didn't know that was me.
Calling.
That was me. So I would wear a bandana and sunglasses every day of the batch, and it really became a vibe.
That and your grill mommy badge.
And my grill mommy badge. The three together, lethal source.
We got Celine's tattoo to have a teardrop.
Yeah. Prison
Tattoo.
Mike.
Prison
Forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really fun. It was a really good week.
It was a good week.
And I would do it all over again if I could.
Hell yeah.
I really want to go back to that cabin.
Yeah. Same.
I think that was the best. Like, the cabin itself was 10 out of 10.
I sent the Airbnb listing to my mom, and I said, so fam trip?
Do something with this. Laura, figure it out.
Well, we're not doing pontooning anymore, so.
Why?
It's a lot.
Not something to get into on the pod? Or it's just a lot to get everyone together to do?
Well, it's a lot. It's just a lot.
That's fair.
It's a lot because it's also like Theo's birthday week. And I'm trying to like organize his party. I'm trying to do that. Riley's always in Inuvik
Yeah.
around that time. And Mom and Pico this year were like literally coming back from the island to go pontooning for a day to drive back to the island. So it just didn't
It's a
work
lot.
this year.
That's a
Didn't work
lot.
this year.
It's okay. So maybe we go back to the cabin.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
love that I never went on the pontoon trip,
no,
but I'm
you
like,
weren't in this, but so
Okay.
sorry.
okay, I'll go fuck myself.
It's a bit dramatic.
But I am in it now.
You're in it now. I
Thank
can't
you.
see anything from this sunshine.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's staring you in the face right now.
Yeah. This is how your eyes looked when you were putting stuff on my
Stop. I was giving Ashley the face massage of her dreams. Asia got really burnt. I think it was the day that we were out on the water.
Yeah.
And the great human I am, I gave her an aloe like face massage. And Ashley's like, I want one. I was like, not right now. And then it was like probably 10 o'clock and we were in bed. Ashley said something about it. I was like, no, I'll do it tomorrow. She's like, no, you won't. Do it now. So I was
like, I don't want it in the morning. I need it right now.
I had smoked a little bit of weed. So I was pretty high. And I was just like staring over Ashley. My hair's like wet, falling in front of my face.
And I
And,
looked
like-
up at her and I was like, you need to see what you look like right now.
Oh, it was so ugly.
Celine's out here thinking like, oh, I probably look so cute.
I had not a thought in my head about what I looked like.
No, it was terrifying. It was like if...
It was like The Grudge.
But it was like The Grudge, and you know that movie Smile or whatever?
Yeah.
It was if The Grudge and Smile made a baby, that was your face that night.
It's so true.
That's the best.
Oh no, it's really
Or
true.
like a mixture. Ooh, not even The Grudge. The bitch from The Ring who crawls out of a well. That's what it looked like. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was a great
And then Celine's
rendition.
eyes were literally like
Closed.
And
But
she
I
was
could
like,
see
"My eyes are
everything."
wide open. I can see it all. And I was like, you can't see shit. And then I took a picture of her. And then I took a second picture with flash.
It was
a bad idea.
So ugly.
It looked like I don't even physically know how your face looked like that.
I don't know. It didn't look like me at all.
You looked like your name should be Chad.
Whoa. Don't go that far.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
But yeah, all in all, solid batch trip.
It really was. And now we're just back to regular scheduled programming. I didn't have a voice until today.
Yeah, we really gave her.
Yeah. And I went back to work the day after, and I sounded like a dying.
That sucks. Today
I don't know.
was my first day back at work, and I somehow at dinner today thought it was Friday.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, it was wishful thinking.
It was the most Monday I've ever experienced.
Yeah. But we are having a guest star on the show today. Our
Can you guess
very
who?
own little Miss Asia.
Come
So,
on
come
down. To our.
We also need your batch recap.
Yeah. Okay, so give us your batch recap.
Yeah.
Night 1, don't remember. Literally blacked out. I remember there being a fire.
We don't. We Irish exited long before that fire happened.
The fire.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
think we did marshmallows, but I can't promise
I
anything.
thought you were about to say we think we did mushrooms, and I was like, Jesus!
There was one day. Sorry. Oh, I just want to make sure it's still on. There was one night that I was super snacky, and I went and I got marshmallows and chocolate from the kitchen, and we were just eating
And
raw.
a bowl of salt and vinegar chips.
And a bowl of salt and vinegar chips. And we were just eating raw.
We were walking down
Marshmallows
the day after we did that, and Hannah's like, yeah, we can like eat s'mores by the fire tonight. And I look at me, I was like, did we eat all the chocolate and marshmallows? We did.
We didn't.
No,
there
there
was
was-
funny.
There was another
Yes,
bag.
I have a lot in my house right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you have a good time.
So what else? What was your favorite part?
Probably the lake day.
Yeah.
And then finding out that Jenny was alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a
We
big
did
one.
not have a casualty.
No,
She
one died.
really came back swinging though.
Oh, yeah, she came
she
back
rallied.
hard. She came back hard. Love
Props
her.
to her.
Yeah,
I would
good
have
for
been
her.
like, nobody talked to me for the
Yeah.
foreseeable future. You almost died.
That was me on the third night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. Hannah's shoving bread down my throat.
You ate bread in the cutest way.
What do you mean?
Like
I
you
eat
just
it like
ate
a
the
human.
center. That's not like a
I didn't want the
human.
crust. It was just I
But you
wanted the
just
soft
picked
part.
at it. There was just little picks. Every time I came and checked on you, there was a little bit more of your picking bread gone. It was real cute.
No, at least you were eating something. That was the most important thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun overall. 10 out of 10 week. Would
Now
do it
it's time to
again.
Get married.
Now you get married.
That's terrifying.
It's fine. You've already been
About
together
3
11
months.
years.
Yeah, something like that.
It was great.
Yeah, okay.
And then the night that we came home was the night before. What words am I trying to say? The night
Not
before
sure.
we came home was the night you were dying.
Yeah.
And then the morning we woke up and Asia's like, I don't know if I can like stop in Penticton and get tattoos today. And I was like, yeah, honey, no, totally fine. I look at Celine and she's like, we can't cancel. She's opening the shop just for us. And I was like, it's okay. She'll come through. And you came through.
I came through. I said to sit in the car
God.
and go down the logging road for
What are you
an
doing?
hour.
Something was attacking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we cut through to Penticton from Kelowna, and we're like, oh, we'll just be on this like logging road for 5 minutes. No, we were on this logging road until like 4 minutes away from the tattoo shop. It was great. We saw so many wildlife.
So much.
A
Oh my
gopher.
God.
We saw a gopher.
The bear. We saw a bear. We saw.
Oh yeah, we saw it there.
was
We
like
saw maybe a dead guy on the side of the road. That's out for debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw some hitchhiker with a gigantic foam thumb.
That thing was massive.
Weenie wags.
I'll let you tickle my pickle.
So we
25
went
cents.
to
I
this.
forgot about him.
Yeah,
I
we
tried to
went
block
to
that
this like hot dog cart, and we
It's
were
called the
thinking
Weenie Wag.
it was called Weenie Wags, and we're like, oh, like sick, it'll be great. So we get there, and it's this one like nice enough guy. He's definitely been to prison. I thought he had a gun in his like back waistband, but it turned out to just be a knife.
It's just a knife.
I was staring so intensely at this man. I'm like, and then finally I was like, oh, it's just a knife.
But
Yeah.
when we went to like go pee, we were like right behind the stand. And I'm just like staring, waiting for him to move his
Yeah.
shirt. And I was like, oh, nah, it's fine. We're good.
But
So you know
it
it's
was
going to be
great.
a good hot dog when you have to question if it's a knife or a gun.
Honestly,
It was a really good hot
it was a
dog.
really good hot dog.
But then the owner showed up.
Yeah, so this guy, he was like nice. He's definitely been to prison, but he was like a nice guy. He was like
Hey,
using
what you got against
forks to Okay, prison Mike,
Mike.
simmer down. He was a nice guy. He was like using, like forks to put everything, or like using like proper
Utensils.
stuff to
Yeah.
like make our hot
So
dogs.
he wasn't like fondling the
and
dog.
he
with
wasn't
his hand.
fondling. And then the owner comes the creepiest dude I think I've ever witnessed in my life.
100%.
Pulls up in this beat up, what was it, a Corolla or something? Like
Yeah.
a beat to shit Corolla with weenie wag stickers all over it.
All
And he's
over
like,
it.
yeah, I was out trying to get a new speaker, and I went to 2 different pawn shops and they didn't have what I needed. And we were like, cool. Uh-huh.
Yep. Great.
And
The
then
other guy's like, what do you want on your hot
I know, he's like,
dog?
what do you want on your hot dog? And then I was like, the one guy, the like decent guy, got one of you a pickle out of like
Asia.
this
Oh,
jar.
Hannah.
No.
Oh no, he gave me a
You.
pickle on a
Yeah,
fork.
he
On a
gave
fork.
Celine a pickle on a fork, and I was like, ooh, sick. Can I get one? And Hannah's like, yo, me too. Anyways, he was making a dog, and then the owner goes and sticks his grubby little dirty ass pawn shop fingers
Into the jar.
into the full pickle jar, and like, I don't know. No, that was a
Wild
I
noise.
feel like that's the sound that it made.
Nice.
And then he just like hands it to Hannah on a fork, and she's like, I didn't want to be rude. It's okay, it'll boost my immune system.
And then we're on the way in the car, and Ashley's like, yeah, you was at the pawn shop. And I was like, I didn't think about that.
And then he looked at, so Celine had like a little temporary tattoo
Oh,
like
yeah.
on her boob, and it was just like a little bucket hat, and it said bride.
But you couldn't
Super
tell it was
hard.
a
It
bride.
was
faded.
like
It was, like,
really
3
hard
days
to
old.
see. And he's like hardcore staring. He goes, oh, bride, hey? Still staring at her tits.
In my face, I shit you not, I went, what?
Yeah.
I had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never felt so objectified by a man in my life.
Ugh, so
He was
gross.
really gross. And then I could just see the other sweet man being like, I'm so sorry.
He's
No,
like,
literally,
what else do you want on your
he
hot
was
dog?
still
what can
he
I-
was still
what
doing
can I
some
get
hot
you?
dog, and he's just like, what would you like on your hot dog?
Yeah, and then oh yeah, it was when I asked for a pickle, and then he's like, oh yeah, like if you give us a nickel, I'll let you tickle his pickle. And I was like, I don't need a pickle.
And then sweet little Asia just walks over to me, and she like turns her back to him. She's like, can we please drive anywhere else to eat this? I was like, yeah, there's not a fucking chance we're
Not
staying
eating
here.
and talking
It was an
about them.
eventful drive home though.
It
Yeah.
truly was.
I give it a good.
So yeah, if you're
for
out
me.
in the Penticton area,
Skip
be
Weenie
very
Wags.
cautious ordering from Weenie Wags.
It was a damn good.
It was a really good hot
If
dog.
the guy has face tattoos, you're good. You're good.
yeah.
If he has really nice blue eyes,
oh,
you're
his
he
fine.
has very nice eyes.
His
He
eyes
has
were
very
pretty.
kind eyes.
I know.
But if it's the other guy, just
If
drive
it's
away.
the like,
Just drive
you'll
away.
you'll know.
you'll know.
They're the only 2 employees.
Yeah.
You'll know.
You'll know.
It was quite the time. But yeah, 10 out of 10 hot dog, which is the unfortunate part of it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, me and
Flaming hot
Asia's had like
Cheetos.
flaming hot Cheetos
Who
on
would've
it.
thought?
Mine was called the extra cheesy weenie.
Did you have cheese whiz on it?
No, it
Nacho
had
cheese?
nacho cheese. What else did
I
it
don't
have?
know.
Like
A lot
some
of
sort of
cheese.
cheese sauce. Maybe cheese
Oh.
whiz. I don't know. I didn't watch him prepare it.
It just showed up. Oh, God.
Asia,
Yeah.
give your mic to Celine. Thank
you. So we are gonna put you in the hot seat, and we're gonna do a quick rapid fire.
Oh, God.
It's just random questions.
About
Anything and
Honestly,
everything.
Nothing scary.
everything's scary.
They're
You
just
too?
dumb questions.
Okay.
Don't peek at my questions.
Oh no, I have my questions like
Do you
right
think I
up.
can see that far?
No.
You can't see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, question number 1, Asia. If aliens landed right now and asked you to speak to your leader, who would you send to them and why?
I'd send Hannah because she is
Ooh.
mother.
She is mother.
She is mother.
That's a good answer. I said Mia Riley
I know. I was like, why would she send you?
because I would fight the shit out of those aliens.
Why are we fighting them?
I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe they're friendly, but I would
See,
go in
that's why
their
we wouldn't
balls.
send
That's why we
you.
would send Hannah.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
That's a really good answer. If you had to swap lives with a cartoon character for a full week, who would it be? Any cartoon character.
First one to pop in your brain.
Velma.
Oh.
That's the one from.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one with
Velma's
the
a
glasses.
badass.
Yeah, the nerdy one.
Mhm.
But she's smart and she solves all the mysteries.
I love that answer.
That's a
Yeah.
really good answer.
That's a really good answer.
That wasn't on my bingo card.
That wasn't on mine either. Cute. Okay.
If you could replace grass with anything, what would you replace it with?
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eucalyptus.
Oh.
Celine said spaghetti like a fucking freak. I said a nice rug.
little noodles.
Ew.
Okay.
You want to
To
put your
each their
toes
own.
in
Put
spaghetti?
your toes into spaghetti.
To
Think
each
about that.
their own.
Are we talking about the noodle
just
or
the
like
noodle?
the food?
Just the noodle, like a spaghetti noodle.
You
Oh,
did
in
not
my
specify.
head-
I was
in my
thinking
head
like
there was
spaghetti
sauce.
and meatballs.
Just some ground beef in
Then
the
don't
toes.
say you say noodles. Don't say spaghetti.
Fuck off. Ask your question.
Okay. What's your biggest ick and why?
Oh god.
You got this.
My biggest ick is when I'm corrected.
Yeah.
Because my reason
Sorry,
why
Keenan.
is because Keenan does it.
That's a solid ick. I love it.
If you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future?
Probably the past. Future is
Oh my god, all three of us said
not
the
happening.
past.
We all said the past. Cute.
Cute.
What's your weirdest irrational fear?
Birds?
That's not very irrational though. Birds
too.
are terrifying.
They are terrifying, but everyone says I'm crazy. But like, if there's a bird, if I'm walking on the sidewalk and there's a bird like on the road, I move farther away.
You're so cute.
Like it has to be at least 20 feet away from me, or else no. If it's flying over me, I freeze instantly.
Have I ever told you my story in the bird sanctuary at Animal Kingdom?
No.
Oh my god, this is when I found out I was scared of birds. So we did a walk. We did a walk through safari. Pause on the rapid questions for a second. We did a walk through safari, and in the middle of it is like a fucking bird sanctuary. So I didn't know I was scared of them.
Okay.
I walk in, all of a sudden I start having a fucking panic attack. And my
Yeah.
mom just looked at me and she's like, okay, we're going. And I was literally trucking through children at Disney World to
How
get
old
the
were
fuck.
you?
I was like 18.
Rough.
I only discovered I was scared of birds in 2019.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
a full adult and
Yeah.
I was petrified and I was
Yeah.
crying at Disney like a little baby.
Well, BCIT, they have murders of crows.
Murder.
Murder of crows.
With a hint of murder.
They have like thousands of them. Thousands of them. And I was walking from the housing because my friend was on campus. And I was walking to school, and they just all start flying all at the same time, all around me, and I had to like duck into like a fetal position. I
Yeah.
was so
So you didn't
scared.
get murdered by a murder?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So
I get it.
I don't really know what else I would be scared of.
That was a great
Okay,
answer.
that's fair. That's
And
fair.
fire alarms.
Okay, that's a better. That's an
that a
irrational
better
fear. That's
one?
better.
Yeah, can't do fire alarms.
But you're only scared of that because of the dogs.
Probably.
So it's not fear; it's anxiety.
Well, I've had it even when Keenan's not there, or when the dogs aren't there.
This is true. So sorry. This is not a therapy session. Next question.
Would you rather be chased once a year by a slow but determined sloth or once a month by chickens on steroids?
The sloth.
Yeah, you'd pick once a year, waiting for the sloth to attack you.
The
Yeah.
anticipation.
Chickens?
Over once a month.
That's what I said.
Chicken?
Too.
I guess birds. That's a bird.
Yeah, but it's also why would you choose doing it 12 times a year versus
That's
once
what
a year?
I said. That's what I said.
I guess I
And the
didn't. I
sloth
didn't-
is slower. Like you'll see it before he sees
No matter
you.
how determined the man is, he's still slow.
I didn't think about the
Can a
12
sloth lock pick a
times
door?
a year.
Are you safe when you're sleeping?
Don't know. Never had a sloth try to get me.
So
All
you're
right.
saying we're gonna hire a sloth to go have Celine.
It's okay. I'll find one.
Okay.
I'll
Perfect.
domesticate it. It'll be great.
Stay
Okay.
tuned.
What's your pettiest reason for losing interest in someone?
What do you mean pettiest? Like, the,
Like, what's okay? Can I change my question?
yeah.
What's the pettiest thing you've ever done?
I don't know.
You're not a very petty person. You're a
No.
sweet lady.
I do some fucked up shit, but like not like
I do
some fucked up
shit. All right. What's the most
I don't
fucked up
know.
thing you've done then?
recently, like the last 5 years.
Sure.
My friend Sam, she was once talking to this guy, and he decided at the 1 month mark to be like, "Oh yeah, just let you know I have a girlfriend." And she's like, "What the
Great
fuck?"
guy.
So we went to his house and we honeyed his door handles of his truck and threw feathers all over them.
That's funny.
That's
See,
good.
that's petty.
See, that's
That's considered
petty.
petty?
That's petty.
That's petty. But that's
But it
fucking
wasn't like
awesome.
mine. It was just like, yeah, let's go fuck this guy up.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's petty. I love it.
Okay, yeah, I did that. That was last probably crazy thing I did.
I love it.
This or that. Would you rather sneeze during a makeout or fart silently, but it's noticeable?
Sneeze during a makeout.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
But if you farted and it was like silent but deadly, you could be like, ew, what the fuck is that smell?
Yeah, but the one who smelt it dealt it.
That's a lie.
Yeah, and then like I've done that, and then I'll blame the dogs, and then Keenan's like, "No, it was you," and I'm like,
Theo
Okay.
farted at the park yesterday and it smelled like broccoli. And I looked at him and I was like, ew, did you just fart? And he goes, no. And then he's like, yeah, that was me. And I was like, it smells disgusting. You need to go home so you can take a shit.
Poor Theo, he's getting bullied by his
Playtime
mom at
over.
the park.
Well, thank you, Asia, so much for joining our hot takes
Thanks
and
for having me.
being our first guest on the pod.
Thanks. I'm just gonna go sit over there and continue to listen.
Continue to watch. Thank you so much for joining
We love you.
us.
Thank
We love
you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sayonara. You're not going that far.
Okay, well, while we're on the rapid fire,
All
I've
right.
got a couple questions for you.
All right. Let's hear it.
Thanks. Media manager over there, folks. If you could switch lives with a celebrity for a day, who would it be?
That's tough because there's so many.
Okay,
you
well, first one.
know? Benny Blanco, because I feel like I want to be able to rock a unibrow and get to sleep with Selena Gomez.
That was not what I was expecting you to say, but I like it.
It's a pretty solid answer, I thought. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Could you imagine? It's just like somebody random.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you consider cereal to be soup? Like cold soup?
I didn't.
Asia just chuckling back there. Right?
I didn't, but like technically, I guess it kind of is.
Yeah.
Cereal's its own
It's not.
food group.
It's not.
It is.
I don't know.
You know the food pyramid? Cereal.
That is there.
Is it?
I don't know.
No, I do not consider
You
it.
don't consider
No.
it.
No. I could see why you could. I do understand it, but I don't know.
Okay.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Cadillac Ranch.
Nice. You're really gonna do me
Oh,
like
I'm so sorry. I did not see you there.
Thank you so much.
Ooh, Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe. Okay.
That's a good one. Okay, is replying K more aggressive than just like ignoring the situation and kind of ghosting it?
Absolutely.
Good. I
You
do that
send
all the
me
time.
K.
I'll send it to Rye sometimes when I'm just like in a rush. And
No,
not
that's a
thinking,
fight.
And he's like, "Are you mad at me?"
No, that's a fight.
Or he'll be like, "Hey, no need to be sassy," and I'm like, "So sorry, I was driving."
I hate when people say K.
I love whipping out a K if I'm in a bitchy mood though. Like if I'm
True. If
K.
I want it to be known that I'm mad,
yeah,
I'll hit you with a K.
Yeah.
If you could go back in time, what advice would you give your younger self?
Ew.
I like this question.
I don't even know. To not worry so much about all the bullshit and just give her. That's my answer.
Solid.
That's a way cuter question than my next question. I'm really into the foods. Do you consider a pickle to be a veggie? Because it's technically a cucumber.
If a pickle is a vegetable,
Asia
then
thinks it's a cucumber. Or
It
thinks
is.
it's a vegetable.
it is a
It is a cu-
cucumber.
so
it's
it's
just a pickled
basically-
cucumber.
It's just like having vinegar on a salad.
Yeah. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better about my pickle intake then.
Same. That was the main reason for my question because I was like, damn, I can put back some pickles.
I love to eat a dill pickle.
Yeah.
Who was your first kiss and where did it happen? Was it my brother? No.
No.
I don't know why I thought that.
I didn't kiss your brother until I was old.
Okay.
No, my first kiss, I was like, I must have been 6, okay? I had
Oh.
my mom can confirm this. I don't know if she knows that I kissed him.
She gonna know now.
Yeah. So I lived at, I don't know if I ever took you by my old yellow house.
No.
Anyways, it's kind of by your work. Anyways, that's not the point. So we had these like neighbors. So our house, we had a big backyard and it like backed onto this kind of like ravine foresty area.
Okay.
It doesn't exist anymore. It's townhouses now. I was a little depressed. And there was these boys who lived a few houses down, and it was like these 2 brothers, and we called them the Bush Boys because they would always like, we met them in the bush. They were our age. They were the same age as us.
I would hope.
Yeah. let me start with that. Yeah, and then the one was like super in love with me. It was funny. He one time invited my whole family over to his house for like dinner because it was like his brother's birthday or something, and he like put on a suit and like got his hair cut, and then I broke his heart. So, anyways, yeah, that was my first kiss.
And where did it happen?
Oh, in our treehouse.
Oh, okay, cool. You really ran with that one.
Yeah, so sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's me.
Yes.
If you could have a superpower, what would your superpower be? I'm also going to tell you mine after because Keenan made fun of me for it a couple days ago. You don't automatically know this? You've never thought of this?
Well, I have, but now that I'm reading Fourth Wing, I have so many other superpowers that
Don't think about that.
Um,
What's your original? What's always been your go-to superpower?
to be invisible.
What a stupid one. I mean,
Can I fucking have a day?
I'm so sorry. Okay.
What's yours?
Basically, okay, so if I could have a superpower, it would be to be a fly on the wall. And Keenan looks at
No,
me.
how stupid.
Okay, but Keenan, because I just want to eavesdrop on people, okay?
Yeah, but
I
if
just
you were
want-
invisible, you could do
Okay.
the same thing.
Yes. Asia, I wonder if anybody could hear that. Asia said that's also hers. But so Keenan and Asia were over the other day, and Keenan's like, what's your favorite superpower? I don't know how we got on that topic, but anyways, he asked me, and I was like, oh, to be a fly on the wall, easy. And he goes, that's so stupid. Why wouldn't you want to just be like Superman or something? Because then you have sonic hearing and you can eavesdrop. And I was like, I don't care about any of the other superpowers. And he's like, you don't want to fly? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, then be invisible instead. But then I was like, what if somebody bumps into me when I'm sitting on their couch listening to their conversation? I told him that I wanted to be a fly on the wall. He's like, so you just want to be Ant-Man?
Pretty
Get off my
much.
case.
Also, I think that if you were invisible, like, people would just walk right through you.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Well, they're not just going to
Harry
hit
Potter,
a wall.
he has the
and,
cloak of invisibility. They can still walk into you.
Yeah, but that's because there's a cloak involved. What if I just...
Oh, because that's rational.
Okay, well, you told me mine was stupid and yours was the same
So
thing.
sorry.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Okay, here, wait. Ask me one more time.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
One horse-sized duck for sure.
Bold answer. I'd probably just do the 100 and step on those motherfuckers.
You also decided to have 12 chickens in a year instead of one slow sloth.
Well, I never made that decision. You made it for me, but
You said chickens.
I'd probably do the chickens.
Anyways, yeah, no, 100% one big ass ducky.
I think you'd get your fucking, he'd chomp ya. What's the next one?
Okay. Okay, so if you're like texting somebody and you say like LOL in a text, how often do you actually laugh or even smile for that matter? Like out of 10.
I'm really gonna like out myself here. Never.
Mine's like maybe 1.
If I like actually laugh,
Then I go, you know?
again for me?
No.
No, if I actually am laughing, I go, I'm actually laughing so hard right now. Whereas if
Just
like,
in case you didn't know.
whereas like if I'm just saying like LOL, like that's not, I'm not laughing.
I use LOL a lot more than I should.
I use LMAO, but I'm never laughing my ass off.
That's silly.
Silly. It's my
Is
turn.
it my turn? No, it's your turn.
Would you rather be able to speak all human languages or talk to all animals?
Oh, talk to all animals, 110%.
I figured that was gonna be.
I used to want to be Barbie Pet Rescue.
You wanted to be what?
Barbie Pet Rescue. That's my dream. That's still my dream.
You're really intense about Barbie Pet Rescue.
Okay. I could talk for hours about being Barbie Pet Rescue. Fun fact about Barbie Pet Rescue. Sorry, a little segue. So we got our new cat, obviously.
Yeah.
And we at one point had 4 cats.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Obviously. I don't know if I've already talked about that before.
Have.
Okay, yeah, so. And I was like, right, I don't know like how we keep accumulating these cats. And I was like, until Meadow, we had never bought a cat. They just kept happening. And he's like, you do realize that all you ever wanted was to be Barbie Pet Rescue, right? You've basically manifested all of these cats in our house. And I was like, damn, boy, you got a point.
You are Barbie Pet Rescue.
People used to ask me, they'd be like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'd be like, Barbie Pet Rescue. I still want to be that when I grow up.
One day, baby.
Yeah, I'll get there. Anyways, I'm so sorry. What's your question?
You already answered it.
Is it my turn?
You.
Okay. If you could domesticate one animal, what would it be? And why? Mine's easy. I already know.
I feel like a lion.
Jesus. I was thinking a way smaller scale.
I would love to come home and snuggle a lion. But also, like, imagine you break into someone's house and there's a lion there. Yes. Nobody's fucking with you. Aliens. Real or not?
Real.
I agree. There's no fucking way we're the only ones on this.
They probably aren't like what we think they like.
We probably think like what like everyone thinks. I don't think
it's a really like skinny little green dude who's
with
gonna,
like the head and the eyes. I think that there's like other humans on other planets who think that we're aliens.
Didn't they find like
human life on Mars?
Like no, I don't think it was on Mars. Didn't they find like lights on Jupiter or some bullshit? Don't quote me on that. I'm not qualified.
We are not.
That was literally
astronauts.
like a 3-second thing I saw on Instagram, so who knows?
Are you done your questions?
I can't remember. Let me tell you. Ooh, if somebody like texts you and uses proper like punctuality, do you think they're mad at you? Like if they like say, yeah, sure, I'll be home for dinner soon, period. I do.
I think it depends on the person. Because some people I know just text like that. And I'm like, hey, whatever, that's fine. But
what
if it's
distinguished gentleman.
I know.
You know?
I know. But like, that's fine. If that's how you text and that's how it's always been, absolutely, 100%. But if you were to whip that out on me, I'd be like, who the fuck are you talking to?
Do you even know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
So, in a zombie apocalypse, what would be your go-to weapon?
I have a go-to place.
Well, that wasn't the question.
Okay. My go-to weapon.
You can also share your place.
Okay. I used to have a solid plan. Me and Mel had a solid zombie apocalypse plan.
We've thought it out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know what my weapon would be.
Mine would be a bazooka.
I would be like, well, that's pretty like not really rational, you know? Because like you're gonna be in a small confined space. You're not gonna whip out your bazooka to shoot.
Oh no, I'm out on the streets, fucking
streets.
Bazooka-ing.
Okay, but
Asia's face right now, she's so scared.
That's what I'm saying.
Not if I trained myself.
Okay, bitch.
She thinks
we're
if I
talking
shot
like zombie apocalypse starts first go to. You don't have a bazooka on here. Starts tomorrow.
It just ruined my fun.
You can have a bazooka like a year in.
Okay, well, you still haven't told me what yours is.
So sorry. I feel like a chainsaw would really slap.
You just have a chainsaw laying around?
That's way more acquirable than is acquirable even a word? Is it? Does that work?
I think so.
That's way more likely than a bazooka. Or
A samurai
pitchfork.
sword.
I'm thinking like if I rob somebody's farm, dude, where are you finding a samurai sword?
I don't know.
I know you don't have one in your house.
People have them.
Yeah, but who? Do you know anyone who has one?
Yeah, actually.
There we go. Okay, then that's a solid answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so do you want to know my plan?
I have a couple more questions too.
Oh.
But yeah, tell me
We
what.
can circle.
Tell me what.
So me and Mel always thought that.
Do you have a hidden bunker somewhere?
No, I wish. God, my life would be complete if I had a hidden zombie apocalypse bunker. No, we take over Costco.
Oh,
Because the metal door's shut, and we have Asia. The metal door's shut. It has a flat roof. We can find a helicopter somewhere.
We got leverage. We can.
You have food in there. You got everything in Costco. Everything
Great
you need.
idea.
Right?
Good
So that's what
idea.
we always thought, that we would take over Costco because it has the metal steel doors that go down and lock at night.
It's a good idea.
And then it has a flat roof. So you can also have like your bazookas up there. You can have a helicopter up there.
Fucking
you can
missiles.
tan during the apocalypse because you still gotta look cute.
I ain't looking cute for no zombie.
I want to look tan. If I'm in the
Fair enough.
apocalypse and all I have to do all day is basically tan and kill bitches, you know I'm gonna be a sun-kissed.
Just a little fighter girl.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna like sit inside and hope that everybody else kills the zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I had a whole other plan, didn't have a weapon choice.
I still stand strong with my bazooka.
All right.
But anyways, if your life had a soundtrack to it, what would the song be?
I have no idea.
I'm thinking 10,000 hours, 10,000. What's this? You know what song I'm talking about? Asia knows. Is that Dan and Shay? 10,000 hours?
Oh, 10,000 or 1,000 years or something?
1000, something like that. Yeah. That song.
Dan and Shay and
Justin Bieber.
Ew. What?
Dan, Shay, and Justin Bieber. Didn't know they made a song. Didn't know that. Anyways.
Did you know that Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber are fighting?
Yeah, that was a wild behavior on
because he posted on Mother's Day and was like, "Happy Mother's Day," even though Mother's Day sucks or something. So
then she's like, "Father's Day sucks."
Father's Day sucks ass.
I heard he's going through it. 13-year-old me
like,
hurts.
This is gonna be like the world's most messiest divorce. No, I don't follow him.
He's on
JB is
Kanye.
on one.
Oh.
Just like,
For reference, Asia said, so sorry, she's in the background. Asia said that Justin Bieber posted and he's on Kanye's level of
That's
block.
scary.
screenshots of text messages and, like, don't come for me, like, don't tell me I'm gonna be okay. I'm fucked in the head, I'm broken, and blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god, Justin
Oh.
Bieber's
He's out
going
here posting
off the rails.
screenshots. That's dirty.
Yeah.
Okay, last question.
Okay, yeah, so sorry.
Would you rather have spaghetti fingers or sweat maple syrup?
You and your fucking spaghetti, dude.
Little spaghetti noodles.
Obviously, I would rather sweat maple syrup.
Buddy
You're
the-
telling me
Buddy
that
the
you
elf would love
rather- Come on, buddy.
No, because if you had spaghetti fingers, you would
couldn't
never be
do
able to
shit.
do anything. You just have limp nudes.
Here's my limp nudes.
You accidentally stick them in like too hot of water and they're gonna fall off. Maple syrup. That was my answer too.
That's a good one.
Right?
I have no other questions.
That's okay. I wanted to give you the full 10.
I can't believe that Justin Bieber is going off the rails.
I need to look more into this because that's crazy.
That is crazy.
But I saw
follow
it
either
coming.
Of them. I mean, I'm not surprised in the slightest, but I don't follow either of them, so I just like sometimes see things, you know?
Yeah, I see it once it hits like complex or like, you know.
I have no idea what complex is.
Oh,
I
it's
never
like
know
a-
any of the
It's like a
things.
meme page.
Oh, okay.
But it's like news. I was so not confident in that answer. News.
Limp news.
Lymph news. Yeah. I think that's a really good place to cut it.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Like, follow, subscribe. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify.
That's it.
We're
That's all.
on Instagram. Everything is at the Mildly Unqualified Pod. If you love us, you'll follow us. Or else I'm gonna
And we lead
bazooka
with
you.
confidence.
Thank you guys so much for
And
hanging
that's
out
a
with us.
wrap.
Are we mildly unqualified for this?
Absolutely, we are.
Are we gonna do it anyway, though?
100%.